What's poppin', BSNians? Welcome to part 2 of my Green Lantern story arc called Domino Effect. When we last left John Stewart Green Lantern, he had just been approached by Hal Jordan saying they desperately needed him to solve this particular case, and then it ended on a cliffhanger because cliffhangers are sexy. So Green Lantern, John Stewart, essentially agrees to do the job if he gets to pick who the next Green Lantern of Earth is. Hal's like, that's not how things are done. You know that's not how things are done. And so they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And basically John's like, if this is not given to me, then I'm not working this case. It is what it is. And I was like, fine. Take him to the Guardians. Same thing. Whole exchange. John, this is not how we do things. And John's like, if this is not granted to me, then y'all can solve this case all by your doggone self. Yeah. So they're like, fine. They give him a special ring. Cutscene. Now we're in the Bronx. We're going into the bodega, so there's music playing outside. You can see Puerto Rican flags. So we get inside the bodega, and Lolita, the person he was telling Static about in the first installment of the story, is there, and she's talking to some dude, and this dude is getting like real slick, and he says something wild and like acts like he's gonna put his hands on her, and so she like catches him, drop kicks him, boom, throws him on the ground. He gets up, wild mad, big upset, and before he can do anything, John flies to the door, energy ring, boop, 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 boop. And so Lolita goes off, I didn't need you to save me, what are you doing? Attacks him about patriarchy, all this stuff. And John's like, yo, I wasn't protecting you, I was protecting him. She's like, oh, well, why didn't you just say that? He's like, I am a Green Lantern, I'm leaving the planet. I was allowed to pick who the next Green Lantern of Earth could be. I think it should be you. In all my years patrolling this planet, I've never met anyone as noble and strong-willed as you. So, here. So he hands her the ring. He's like, of course, the choice is yours. You don't have to. I'm not offended if you choose not to. But this never happens. And of all the people on the planet that I can give this power to, I only want to give it to you. He hands it to her. He opens it and touches his ring to the top of her ring and then closes it. She's like, well, what'd you do? He said, if you decide to put on the ring, I have given you access to a series of preset lessons on how to use the ring, how the ring works. We don't know what she's gonna do. He flies out, and like the exit scene is like him flying. It'll be like a contrast thing. So he's flying out, she's standing there holding the box, and then like the Puerto Rican flag is in the background. And so then basically, John hits the beat and starts working the case. He goes to Hal Jordan's last lead without Hal Jordan. He's like, you're just gonna get in my way. And so he does some light investigating, doesn't really get anywhere. So he's like, you know what I gotta do? I gotta go undercover. So he uses his ring to fashion a weapon, and basically he uses his ring to disguise himself and make him look like one of these dudes with a synthetic battery powered weapon. And so he acts like he's unstable, he's going around, and even that's not enough. And that's when he realizes, like, okay, if I'm trying to find these people, I have to do something to get one of the people in the chain to come after me. So in addition to just like hanging with the wrong crowd and acting like he's unstable with the synthetic battery, he calls Hal Jordan and he's like, Hal, I gotta kill you. And I was like, what are you talking about? I gotta kill you. It's the only way they'll respect me enough. But trust me, I got it. And Hal's like, okay, whatever. So they have this big fight, and John Stewart Green Lantern kills Hal Jordan. But he does the kill in such a way that like the blast like flickers, and it makes it seem like his weapon, which is obviously under the disguise of his ring, is unstable. Kills Hal Jordan, gets rid of the body, right? Shoots it off into space. And then, Hal liberates himself. After that, someone approaches him and was like, yo, you just killed a Green Lantern, doc. That's fire, bro. However, I noticed that your weapon was flickering. I can hook you up with the latest and best in synthetic battery weapons, bro. Like, what's good? You want to make a deal? And John's like, this is what I've been waiting for. And so outside, all he does is say, lead the way. And that ends part 2